You want to see a secret weapon? Today, I'll share with you a goal setting system that I used to overcome my deficiencies, achieve my goals, and become insanely productive. I'll even give you a sneak peek into my own goals. It changed my life. In my last video, I talk about why traditional way of setting goals doesn't work and why most people fail to achieve their goals regularly. In short, people set outcome goals, losing weight, starting a business, finding love, but the outcome goals teach people to focus on the results rather than the works to get there. It actually leads people to hate the work, so you can't stick to it long term. Today, I'll teach you a goal setting system that focuses on your input activities, so you can get satisfaction from your activities rather than daydreaming about the outcome. And if you do this consistently, you will achieve your outcomes. It's guaranteed to work. And if it doesn't, I'll buy you Orange Berry Blitz at Jamba Juice. It's my favorite. But it's gonna work. I'll show you. The system is called MAGIC, Magic. Magic stands for meaningful, action-based, generous, iterative, and counted. It's meaningful because they only ask you to do things that are critically important to you. The most precious resource we have in life is not money. It's time. You can make a lot of money, but even the richest people have only 100 years to live. Feels like there's a song somewhere here. Magic helps you to aim at activities that reflect who you want to be, not what others expect of you. It's action-based, and more specifically, it's input action-based. And this is the most critical element of magic. Instead of having goals that measure the outcomes, something you can't fully control, it measures your input activities, something you can control. So instead of aiming to write a book, it tracks how many hours you've spent writing. And that's the best way to move you towards your outcomes. It's generous because it's a system that measures your goals for a period of time. We all make mistakes. Sometimes we don't feel like doing anything. Feels like there's another song here. What's wrong with me? The magic system allows you to skip a day or even days, then pick right back up, as long as you catch up eventually over time. It's iterative because magic goals are activities that can be repeated and measured in one single number. There's beauty in simplicity. If you can look at one number and see how well you're doing, you should use that number. And lastly, it's counted. And this is also a critical element of magic. You have to have a tracking system that counts the numbers every day. In fact, the process of counting, whether it's minutes or hours or number of times, will give you a lot of satisfaction. And when you enter the number and you see you've reached the day's goal, it's addictive. It feels magical. I personally use the Google Sheet to track myself. I call it the Magic Sheet. You can see them by clicking on the link below. In fact, I'm gonna show you right here. You ready? Here they are. So this is my magic sheet where I track my magic goals. And I have 7 of these goals. I'm doing them for the next 90 days. And I'll talk about them in the framework of magic. M stands for meaningful. And these are meaningful actions. I'll start with the first one, morning person. That's very meaningful to me because I've always been a night owl. I had a hard time getting up in the morning. I usually get up after 9. But I will change that, and I have been changing that with these goals. My action, the A stands for action, is getting up by 7 a.m. Now, G stands for generous, because it doesn't mean I have to get up every day for 90 days. I only need to get up for 62 days. Why 62 days? If you want to be a beginner level, I only need to get up at 37 times. A good level is 49 times. A great level is 62 days. And a master level is 74 days. I'm setting to be great. I want to get up 62 days out of the next 90 days. And it's generous because if I miss a day, I just make sure I do it tomorrow. And I stands for iterative. It means I'll do this over and over again. I'm not just going to do this for one day. And the only number I care about is, can I meet 62 by the end of 90 days? And lastly, C stands for counting. And this whole sheet is me counting. And every day, if I get up by 7, I put 1 here. If I don't, I put 0. By now, if I were to meet my goals, my pace should be 16.4 days. I'm on 15 days, so I'm a day and a half short. I'm currently at a good level, not a great level. And that's why this is gray, not green. But it's okay. I have a lot of days to catch up. The next goal is being a daily achiever. The action here is to set up daily objectives. Studies have shown that if you just write down your objectives, you're much more likely to achieve them than not. I want to be at a great level, so 49 days out of 90 days, I want to set a daily objectives. In fact, currently I'm doing great. I'm on a track to be master level. I'm actually green. I'm exceeding my pace. Next, I want to be a creative mastermind. I'm a creative person. I got to do creative output. That is writing, blogging, and recording, and editing videos. To measure that, as you can see, I have a stopwatch that I put on my desktop. Anytime I start writing creative works, I'll start a stopwatch. Today, I'm 3 hours and 33 minutes in. I'm having a great day so far. And next, I'm gonna be an awesome parent. I got 2 kids, one 10, another 7. In a few years, they'll become teenage monsters who don't listen to me. So I want to enjoy them as much as possible. For the next 90 days, I want to spend 99 hours quality time with them. So as you can see, I'm a little bit behind, but that's okay. I'll catch up. In fact, last Sunday, I spent 4.8 hours with my son. It was amazing. Next, on the loving child, my parents stay with us. They are getting up there in age. I want to cherish every minute I spent with them. So for the next 90 days, I want to spend 25 hours with them. In fact, I'm meeting that goal right now. As you can see, this is green. And lastly, I want to be a better lover. I want to be more intimate with Tracy, my wife. I want to do it 25 out of 90 days. I know this could be a rookie number for some of you or a good number for some of you. But you got to start somewhere, right? Right now, I'm a little bit behind. And that's okay. I'm going to try harder tonight. Hello. And these are the goals I'm working on. And I started them 3 weeks ago. As you can see, today is August 16th. When the 90 days are over, I can extend them to 365 days, or I can try new goals. I hope this has been helpful. And if this is indeed helpful, leave a comment. You can get your own magic sheet and set your own magic goals on dareme.com, where I blog about grow yourself while having fun at the same time. There on.